Greetings, guys. In this video, I'm going to talk about a subject driven generative fill. Our generative fill function is a little different because we are able to kind of provide you with all the margin guidelines as your input. You're able to set the alignment as well as the margin guidelines and the new aspect ratio that you want the image to be part of. Let's say I want the width to be 2000, height to be 1600, the top margin is 0, bottom margin 0, left and right margin of 10% each. Let's say I center align all of them and I choose percentage as my mode. Once I've done this, I'm going to run the image and see how it kind of expands the generative boundaries and gives me an image with the focus on again being the product or the model in this case. This function is amazingly useful for e-commerce, social media, where you're effortlessly able to kind of extend these backgrounds and create these amazing illustrations out of that. Now let's turn this around. Let's make this into an Instagram worthy post. Let's do it 1920 by 1080. And in this case, let's have some margin guidelines on the top as well as the bottom. Let's say we have 10% margin on the top, 0% on the bottom, and we run this image. So I'm trying to show you how that we've been able to make this image into this image, and now we'll transition it into becoming an image with a much taller aspect ratio. Of course, you could use this, run this as a batch across hundreds of images. So this is where the width is 1920. Now let's make the height 1080, width 1080, and the height 1920. I'm going to run that and we can compare the other images as well. So this is a much wider kind of banner type image where we still have the focus on the model and we've kind of nicely generatively filled out the background. As you're able to see the detail, the cleanliness, the clarity as well. And here we have something where we have like the generative fill background that was generated on the top. So let's quickly have a look at our comparative images here. We've nicely been able to extend the background on the top, crop it from wherever it was essential, and make the image Instagram ready as well. Let's say I'm probably not happy with the margin in the bottom. I'm going to add the margin there and make it to 10. And we run this workflow again. We'll have some more space at the bottom as well, and that's what will give us the perfect Instagram ready image where we have enough call to action button to be placed here, as well as the logo using a place asset function and a watermark function, and create a whole ready image out of it. So that's a little bit about our generative fill option, which is very, very unique. And of course, you could batch process this. You could upload all of these different images. We could we could also alter the guidelines in case if we want. Let's say we make the bottom margin 0 and we want to batch process it across all of these images and we run it. So that's a little bit about how you're able to stretch backgrounds, fill backgrounds without actually holding on to cursors and stretching them one by one, but rather setting realistic guidelines, getting kind of your framework in place with the margins as well as the alignment, and then quickly generating all of these results. So that's a little bit about Fill Canvas Gen AI, guys. Thank you.